Hello and welcome back to your East vs. Trails in the Sky Alternative Saga character Overlook guide. Today we'll be talking about Kloe. If you are interested in an all-rounder that can attack from all ranges and is pretty easy to learn, and is a jack of all trades, has outstanding SP economy, high damage, an almost touch of death, an excellent assist synergy, and high AP for people that use accessories, this might be your character. Let's go ahead and get right on into the training mode, and we'll go ahead and get into her kit. I'll go ahead and make a reminder that combos may not exactly be true or the best they could be due to the fact that the game's FPS is going to change from 30 to 60 in the re-release, and I'm not the best at the game, so bear with me, but I'll go ahead and talk about the game. And Chloe's moves, because she's got some pretty good moves. She can attack from pretty much all ranges. So let's go ahead and talk about her ground normal. This is going to be one of the best normal links in the game. It hits 5 times. It is extremely fast. So it combos into itself really well. Just very standard, just good move. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charge attack. But you go ahead and say that this move lets her easily confirm into combos at some point. The final hit isn't too great, but the first 4 just are really good. This charge attack is one of the best in the game. It is extremely fast because you can cancel out of it into something else extremely fast. Including more jabs. It is very good. It has a very decent range. It's a good poke in itself. It comes out very fast. It cancels very fast. It's really good. Has a very outstanding range and also low recovery. It also grants 32 SP, the highest amount of SP out of any charge attack, and it also is extremely powerful in terms of combo material. And the fact that it does not knock down on hit makes it a good starter, and is a very good combo tool. Has a very thin hitbox, but it does go pretty far. Next, we'll go ahead and talk about her air normal link. Her air chain is also pretty good. It's just a good 1-2. She does not have a falling attack, I'm pretty sure. No. It's not a 1-2. It's that this is the normal attack, and then that's the falling attack. Yes, this upwards attack, I think, is her... no, it's not. Hold on. There's her falling attack. It's a stall and fall. The stall and fall is kind of it can be used to bait anti-airs. It doesn't really lead into anything except for a homing charge attack, but it's not that great. And yeah, her normal link for rising aerial is pretty good as an air-to-air. Has a good horizontal range, and it's very good at combos from time to time. Next up is going to be her skills. We're going to go ahead and talk about Comfort, which she sends out Seek to attack the opponent. It has a bit of homing, and as such, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, a lot of her kit is homing, which means that, in a sense, it is good on paper. However, if you are running, I believe, Perrin and Monsters, Perrin and Monsters is a absolute counter to Kloe, because it makes you effectively invincible, which means all homing attacks become no longer homing. So they lose their effects, pretty much. Yes, Comfort is actually a pretty important tool in Kloe's arsenal. It's very fast, very cheap, and it has a chance of causing defense down. The chance is 16%. Its high pushback makes it a very good neutral tool from afar, and from up close, it can be decent into combos. It doesn't have too much cooldown. I believe, hold on. Yeah, you can like do a charge attack into combo really easy. As you mentioned before, charge attack is very good. It just comes out real fast. Yeah. And the air version is actually very good in neutral because it has really good recovery and aims directly down. The C can't travel upwards, however, so it's going to invalidate. It's not going to be good for anti-airs unless they're someone that's on the same height level as you. Let's go ahead and go to Aqua Bleed. This is going to be 2 projectiles fired back to back, and it's really good in block pressure because it has really good frame advantage. On shield for the second hit, I believe is +4 on block, but it's pretty tight. However, its lack of tracking makes it pretty hard to use in neutral compared to Sieg. However, on hit, per hit, it has a 6% chance to freeze. And to freeze is going to put them in stun for about a second. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. There's your freeze. The air... Oh, I can't speak. Let's go ahead and take a look at their other skills, which are also pretty good. We have Sturm, Diamond Dust, Lions and Rider, and Cocytus. Go ahead and get right back in.
Ready?
And go ahead and get our resources. And we're going to go ahead and talk about Sturm. This is going to be her most versatile skill. It first threats hit high enough to act as an anti-air and will let the rest of the hits combo into each other. The final thrust, massive range, allows it to be a very surprising long range option, even if you don't get like the rest of it. You can see that this move is actually very long range. So this is what this move is one of the many reasons that she is good to use from almost every single range, because she's good up close, she's good from a mid-range, she's good from afar. And we're gonna tell you how she's really good from afar with her upper skills in a moment. This move also does pretty good in offense because it does a very good amount of stamina damage, and it's pretty essential to her combos because it combos from all ranges, which lets her get some pretty guaranteed hits afterwards. And it's a very good air-to-air in the air, and it's also pretty good as an anti-air bait because it stops her aerial momentum. But it's also kind of somewhat limited in combo utility because it doesn't really link too well on airborne opponents, so it's not really good for combos as an aerial version, but it's pretty good. Diamond Dust is a really good attack, especially in combos. And most people, whenever using Diamond Dust, like to use their assist. I just have Mustafa up because I haven't changed it. People like to use their assist during this time because they have a hard knockdown and then can like immediately do something. But yeah, it has outstanding frame advantage on block. It's telegraphed animation because it makes it really hard to exploit. It's a great asset in an arsenal, even though it seems like it'd be something that wouldn't be, due to being able to combo into assist calls, because if you assist in the middle of it, it will hit twice. We're gonna do a good 1200 damage. I'll go ahead and try to showcase that once my combo dies. See, it hit once before the combo, and now it hit after. She gets some crazy stuff, honestly. It does have a chance to cause freeze and hit, but I do not know what the actual chance of it is. Next is going to be Lens and Rider, which is basically Sturm, but stronger, but costs more resources. It'll hit 5 times, and then it'll send out 3 projectiles, I believe. Hold on, let me actually take a look at it like this. 2 projectiles, so it'll hit basically up to 7 times. The projectiles aren't actually that strong. Hold on, let's wait for the hit counter to reset. yeah, it'll hit a good 7 times total if you hit all hits. It's pretty good combo filler in her arsenal. It allows her to combo off of her charge attack at longer ranges. And it also is really good with Elena's assist effect because she can land a bunch of them in a row for huge damage because the opponent will just sit there and stunning. It's technically punishable on hit. Getting out of Lantern Rider is very hard to perform. And the projectiles will travel in completely random directions. So it's pretty unpredictable. Of course, they'll always start on one on each side of her. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cocytus, which is one of her best moves. It is a reversal. It can be used as a gamble during combos after an EX skill. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. What it does is basically in the direction that you're facing, it'll go towards it and in the opposite direction. So that means it can be pretty easy to miss. You can cancel your charge attack into most of her moves here, instead of actually doing her attack if it's something you're worried about. But anyways, Cocytus is very hard to aim, so it's kind of a gamble. It does hit from pretty far away, though. If she managed to proc freeze with it, which has a 13% chance, she can use this opportunity to call an assist to make it re-hit. Because, let's go ahead and try that right now. I fucked it up. We're not going to try that right now. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and explain it. She can do that to make it re-hit, allowing her to continue the combo. However, not freezing will basically force Kloe to end the combo early. This re-hit property makes it an excellent opener for a guard break punish, should Kloe ever manage to do that. At max rank, the re-hit is guaranteed to happen if Kloe walk cancels Cocytus, but comboing after is almost impossible. The air version is active upon landing, because she will fall to the ground. Luckily, she falls to the ground pretty fast. If this hits from across the screen, it's just very limited in terms of how wide it is. Like, you can see it's very picky. I shoot to the side, that didn't hit. Shoot to the side, that didn't hit. That does. You have to be very on point with it. Let's go ahead and talk about her extra skill, Sanctum Nova. Which, Sanctus Nova, it's translated on here. It's going to hit multiple times, and it puts them into a hard knockdown, basically right in front of them, in front of you, so you get a combo off of it in most cases. It's one of the better extra skills in the game to do this because she can insert herself into almost any of her combos. It makes coming back from a huge HP deficit pretty easy for her because she can just kind of combo. She has a glitch in the game that causes her to use the extra skill multiple times over with Shara, because Shara's a little bit buggy. That, of course, is banned in tournament. It will cause a hard knockdown, and it's pretty good. Because you can combo right into it, because they get placed just right in front of you, unlike most extra skills where they get sent far away due to the knockback. It's very good. So let's go ahead and talk about recommended supports. She has a decent list of them because she is just so versatile. Annalise is going to let her force her way into neutral, which is really strong for her. Shara is going to be basically enhancing a lot of her good aspects, and if she has the EX medallion, if you're using accessories, it will give her a touch of death. Elena is going to be really good at giving her comeback potential, so that's going to basically put her into a position that's winning neutral. And then Fina and Rhea allows her to basically get a lot of comeback potential as well, or Sigrun, but this is so that you can use your Sanctus Nova, which is a very strong skill because it's going to do like 2,000 damage if it hits every time, or break shields, and give you a free combo. And then some honorable mentions are going to be Yuria and Chris for getting more shield damage. And then there's going to be Cabanel because there's a lot of multi-hits. However, again, those are honorable mentions because they're not as good as the ones I just referenced. And another honorable mention, I think, would be Josette, not because her defense is like bad, but because it's kind of just a bit lower end. It's not terrible, but it allows her to get a little bit. Same with Zin, but the ones that are mentioned are definitely far better for her, I'd imagine. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about her weaknesses, which are not many. She has low bulk. Her defensive stats are below average, making her die more easily, but she isn't like pretty bad compared to like zoners, so it's not too bad. She's pretty vertically challenged. Her lack of vertical reach makes covering aerial opponents a bit harder for her, but it's not like impossible. She has some homing, but a lot of her homing does not go up. And she's very homing reliant, which in a way it can be good, but again, she becomes very vulnerable to horizontal movement and Perrin's assist effect, because Perrin and monsters will make them invisible, which means that they are invulnerable to homing. So you're just going to have to aim that stuff at an invisible walking target that you can't see, which is not the most fun thing ever. But yeah. If this video made you interested in wanting to play Kloe, great. If you watch through and you think, I don't actually really want to play Kloe, that's alright. You watch through the video, and that's going to help boost the video for people that might actually want to play Kloe, or people that just want to watch. And if you like, comment, and subscribe, it will also help boost the video. So, thank you for sticking to the end. We're going to be uploading more videos about characters, so until then, see ya.